Hi everybody, I'm Meg with Mama Bear Yoga, and this is a short sequence that is part of our energy playlist. Energy is designed to introduce you to poses that you might experience if you go to a regular power yoga class in the US, and just to give you a little bit of a workout in 15 minutes or less. So go ahead, get out your mat. If you are outside today like I am, awesome. If not, still glad you showed up. We're going to start standing today at the top of our mats, and go ahead, reach your hands down towards the earth. Think about standing up as tall as you can. Maybe you lift your gaze up to the sky or the ceiling. Imagine squeezing your shoulder blades back and down, making room. Close your eyes for just a breath. Exhale. Now bend your knees a little, reach your hands up and overhead, and then this time bend your elbows and start to bring your hands back down, almost like you have wings. Bend your knees, reach your arms up to the sky, and just like we did, bend your elbows and opening up through the backs of your shoulders. One more time, bend your knees, reach your arms up and overhead, bend your elbows. Nice work. And from here, go ahead, release your arms, reach your hands up, clap them together, hands to your heart, and let's take it down to a forward fold. From here, you might bend one leg at a time if that feels good. Maybe you bend both legs, get a nice stretch there in your lower back. Maybe you just stay in stillness, stretching it out. Maybe you shift your weight back and forth on your feet. And then nice and slow, roll it on up to mountain pose once again. And shrug your shoulders back down. This time, when you bend your knees and lift your hands up, see if you can rise up onto your toes as well. Ready? Bend your knees, lift up, rise up onto your toes. If you fall, that's okay. And lower down. Let's try that again. Bend your knees, lift your hands, try to rise up onto your toes. If you fall off balance, it's okay. And lower down. We'll try that a few more times. Bend your knees, inhale, look up, stand up. Maybe you have to walk a little bit like me on your toes. Lower down. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, reaching and looking up, and exhale. And then maybe if you've gotten the hang of it, you could try and close your eyes. Woo. Surprisingly, that was a little easier for me. And one more time, reaching up, stretching, stretching, stretching as tall as you can. And then go ahead, lower back down. From here, swim your arms down, come to that forward fold, and either slide your hands up your shins or all the way to the tops of your thighs. Figure 7 shape here. And then go ahead, extend your arms out behind you like airplane arms. Bend your knees and see if you can rise up onto your toes. This is drinking bird or hummingbird. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release your hands to the earth, straighten your legs. Rise up halfway, and this time we'll go ahead and come to a plank. If you're not feeling this full plank today, by all means, you can go for a half plank, lowering your knees, crossing your ankles. That works just as well, but if you are in full plank, rock back, rock forth, rock back, rock forth, and then lower down to your belly. Imagine sucking your elbows in along your side as you rise up for cobra. Deep breath, exhale, lower down, and then either push back up to that half plank or push up to that full plank. Wherever you are, come on back to downward facing dog. Maybe you rise up on your toes, walking out your dog, so to speak. Bend one knee at a time. Then lift your right leg up and bring it on through so you come into a low lunge. From here, rock back and forth for just a breath, and then plant your left hand into the earth. Reach your right hand up towards the sky, bringing it out with this nice twist, and then lower back down. From here, step your right foot back and either go straight to downward facing dog Or move through a little vinyasa, lowering down to your belly, rising up in cobra, pushing back up to plank or half plank, and then back to down dog. Exhale. Left leg comes up, bring it on through so that you're in a low lunge. And then plant your right hand into the earth and reach your left hand up towards the sky. This nice twist. Awesome. Lower your left hand down, and this time go ahead and rock your back foot up and actually cross it behind your left. You can bend your knees if the stretch is a little bit too intense, or keep your legs straight. Deep breaths. Then nice and slow, take your time as you roll it on up. Back to mountain. And extend your arms up and overhead. Uncross your legs, and then go ahead and cross your left foot now behind your right. And come back on down to that forward fold. Deep breaths here. Shaking it off, getting rid of the day thus far, and not worrying too much about whatever is ahead. You are here in the moment, taking care of you. That is what matters. Go ahead and uncross your legs, and from here, come back to that halfway lift or figure 7 shape. And then we'll come back down to a plank or half plank if that's where your energy is at today. And then from there, lower down to cobra. And then push back up to half plank or full plank and bring it back to downward facing dog. Your right leg is going to come up and on through. And from here, you can either, if your energy is a little lower today, keep your back leg lowered and transition up to this prayer twist with your hands together at your heart. And then you're pressing your left elbow into your right knee. Or if your energy is a little bit higher today, come on up to a lunge, high lunge. Arms are going to come up and then to your heart center. And then we'll take that prayer twist with your left elbow pressing into your right knee. Take deep breaths wherever you are. Maybe you extend your arms out like wings if that feels good today. Come back to center, and if you have your leg lowered, it looks like this. And then come back down to that plank or half plank. Rock forward, and maybe this time you can still do cobra, or if you want to practice chaturanga, rock forward, lower halfway, flip your feet, and come on to up dog. Then we'll come back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up and bring it on through. Once again, if you want to keep that back leg lowered, it's all good, absolutely. And then your prayer twist will look like this. If your energy is a little bit higher today, keep that right leg lifted. Reach your arms up and overhead. Ooh, and if you fall off balance, it's okay. Just hop back in. Happens to me a lot. Happens to all of us at one point or another. Coming into that prayer twist. Deep breaths. Wringing it out. Stretching it out. Maybe open your arms for a beat if that feels good. Awesome. Go ahead and come back to center. And from here, you're actually going to see if you can rock your right foot up. Maybe you drag it all the way there like I did. Or you take a big old step. And I'll turn so that I'm facing this way on the mat. Very nice work so far. All right. So from here, once more, raise your hands up to the sky. And then forward fold. From here, bend your knees. And we are going to come back to that drinking bird. So knees are bent, extending your arms behind you. See if you can do your best to balance on your toes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and reach your hands in front of you, and we'll come on back to tabletop. From here, drop your belly for cow pose. Arch your back for cat. Exhale. Inhale, cow pose. And then exhale for cat. Inhale and exhale. Bump your hips to the right and turn and look past your left shoulder. And then the opposite direction, hips go to the left, turn and look past your right. Very nice work. And from here, go ahead and open your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. And we are going to send it down to child's pose. So sink your hips back towards your heels. Reach your hands out in front of you. Feel the pressure of the earth on your forehead. If you want a little more of a stretch in your triceps, bring your arms up and over your head in reverse prayer. If your shoulders are really tight today, maybe you actually choose puppy posture as opposed to child's pose. For puppy posture, you'll just want to bring your weight forward a little bit so that the stretch is more in your shoulders as opposed to in your low back. Deep breaths in and out. Slowly raise your head up, slide your arms back under your shoulders, bring your knees together, and we're going to wrap it up. We'll do a quick twist, left hand to your right knee. You can hear my dogs in the background. Right hand behind you, and then reach other way. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Wonderful work. Thank you for taking this time to show up. Clearly Prim is glad that you showed up too. You can hear her barking. Thanks for being here with Mama Bear Yoga. Namaste. I wish you well.